What's going on to you, Aquarius? You have the Tower, the Nine of Swords, and then you, Aquarius, have the Five of Wands. Yeah, I know my cards. I know my cards. Um, so you may get the Six of Cups when I clarify, because I don't see the Six of Cups anywhere here in this reading. But you might get the Six of Cups as I begin to clarify. Well, not the Six of Cups, but I'm using this deck. But the point is that you may get someone wanting to come back. The Tower, the Nine of Swords, and the Five of Wands represents you, Aquarius, basically not wanting. Matter of fact, forget this. I'm going to use my other one so that y'all can, because maybe y'all may not necessarily understand. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is you, Aquarius, very much so are a lot of you, Aquarius. Remember how it is I was telling you, Aquarius, that you have some people who are still interested in you. Well, a lot of you, Aquarius, just want these people to get away from you because, and you know this, you, Aquarius, is yourselves, because you know that you have so much to do. And it just seems like you, Aquarius, have a lot of things to do. But it's like, it just seems like you have so little time. And the answer to that is that yes and no, meaning that yes, it will be a lot more long if you waste time. If you don't waste time and you actually spend a lot of your time handling your business, then it won't seem as long as it seems. You know what I mean? It won't seem as long as you think it seems right now. It'll actually go by pretty quickly because you're staying in your own lane, you're paying attention to what you got to do, and you're accomplishing one thing after the next. Maybe you may take a little bit of a break in between, but the point is that you, Aquarius, are actually doing what it is that you set out to do. And because of it, it'll speed up your progress a lot faster because you'll go from one thing after the next. The Five of Wands, however, like I said, represents though that, it's the Five of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. It does get frustrating because you don't want any blight getting in your way. You don't want anybody in your way right now as you, Aquarius, do your thing. You don't want anybody to get you, derailed, get you upset to where it is that you start to lose your footing or you lose your disposition of where you are. The next thing you know, all it is that they're interested in is making sure that you, Aquarius, don't get to where it is that you want to go. So my advice to you, Aquarius, in this one is to pay attention to what you, Aquarius, got going on. If you ask me, don't be in any kind of situation with anybody where they trying to get you, Aquarius, to be upset and crash out, right? More money, more problems. I'm going to continue to say this because what that means is that new levels, new devils. When you step in your game up, it does not mean that everybody is going to show you love. As much love as I get from this YouTube stuff, I still have some tweakers, some goofies every now and again that for whatever made up delusional reason, they don't rock with it. And I'm fine with that. Not everybody is going to be on the same speed. Not everybody's going to go. And I'm cool with that. The Queen of Wands also represents just make sure to continue to be who you are, though. Don't lose touch with who you are. A lot of you, Aquarius, have a lot to do. You have a lot on your plate. And you, Aquarius, are looking for someone that can meet you halfway, not someone that's going to stand in your way, not someone who's just going to be around and all it is that they're going to do is try to make arguments and fights and create an issue with you. So this person basically, this person, you don't want any kind of exes or any ex-friends popping up trying to ask you for any kind of help, because I don't see you, Aquarius, legitimately being enthusiastic or wanting to even help them. Because when you were telling them to do something, they didn't want to listen to what it is that you, Aquarius, had to say. That's fine. That's fair. But then at the same time, right? También. Then at the same time, because you are handling your business, because you're taking your own advice, and you're not waiting around for a miracle or for someone to do it for them. They now want to come to you with it and ask you, right? Seven of Wands, ask you, well, what exactly it is that you, Aquarius, doing. They want to come, they want to come back and ask you what they're doing again, what you're doing again. And they won't even get close. You know? And I want you, Aquarius, to also understand, right? The Eight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. You're getting your stuff together. And now you shouldn't feel ashamed for doing what you need to do and forgetting about people who didn't want to listen to what it is that you had to say. These is what these two cards are talking about. Now, the reason why I'm saying that in the first place is because you, Aquarius, will tell people something, they won't want to listen. Then when they see that it works, they want to come back to you, Aquarius, and ask y'all what exactly it is that you did that puts you in this position. Or what did you tell them the first time around? Because maybe they don't necessarily see you. Maybe they see somebody else that represents an example of what it is that you were saying to them that would have made them more successful if they actually practiced it. They didn't want to listen, and then now they're coming to you asking you, Aquarius, what's going on? How can they be down with you? Because a lot of the things that you, Aquarius, say is adding up to 100%, because it's not just things that are just here for make-believe. There are things that really work for real. But again, like I said, this is the thing that you, Aquarius, got to understand, because this is how life is. And to be quite frank with you, I know I've talked about this before. But we're talking about it again, but I'm talking about it in this manner to get you to understand that you, Aquarius, got to be okay with it to a certain extent, because this is how some people will play that. You are going to, every now and again, have people come back the better off you do, because it's the mentality of when they had you standing right next to them, giving them game, telling them what happened, and telling them what would be if they did this. They didn't want to hear to what you, Aquarii, had to say. They didn't want to hear that. Even though what it is that you were telling them had bearings in reality. They ain't want to tell you, they ain't want to listen to you, because it went over their head. The science that you were breaking down to them was too much. You talking about going into a Louis Vuitton and getting this, that, and this for this, that, and that legally, and it may, and as I'm just using that as an example, it worked for you, and you know that more than likely it will work for them. They didn't want to do it because they didn't necessarily see the possibility how that's possible, because they didn't have the vision to be able to put everything together like a puzzle, like chess pieces. They can't see the whole board or a bigger perspective of the board. Now they bringing their goofy behind here to you. That's going to happen every now and again. And I want you, Aquarius, to understand that that will happen every now and again. I still have people that I stopped speaking to 3 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago. Well, I stopped speaking to them in 2022 because they were giving me a difficult time, and they still need help, asking for help, trying to get me to cash app the money and all this. No hi, no hello, no anything. Trying to just get me to cash app them stuff. I haven't heard from them in 2-3 years. So I want you, Aquarius, to understand this is what it is. You got to get accustomed to this. You got to, your mentality has to change. You got to get accustomed to this. So then you have the Fool and the Eight of Swords, which is you, Aquarius, leaving them behind, or you need to leave them behind. But it also shows, like I said, you need to have your mind acclimated to this. Every now and again, don't be surprised if you hear from a goofball that didn't want to hear what it is that you had to say, because they thought that you weren't putting it together yourself, even though you were. It's just that you understand that you need to do it for a certain amount of time and show that you have a certain amount of dedication for things to actually start picking up speed to where things start taking on a life of its own in the direction where it is that you want them to go. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Eight of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, the World card, amazing. The Knight of Swords, and then you, Aquarius, have the Eight of Wands. So this is exactly what it is I'm talking about, because for you, Aquarius, the the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups speaks to you're great. You're surrounded by love, which is what I was talking about. You have things are so great, it's spilling out of your cup, basically. That's how great things are for you. And then you have the World card, a lot more opportunity. But the Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Wands represents you, Aquarius, have to develop the mentality, though. You have to understand, you have to develop the mentality of a rich individual, a person who is accustomed to having things, a person who essentially wins and is victorious regardless of who to what. Even if they living in a one-bedroom apartment, they would style that one-bedroom apartment. They would make that one-bedroom apartment into a mansion while it is that they figure a way to get out of this mess. So a lot of you, Aquarius, you got to get your mind accustomed to that. This is why sometimes you, Aquarius, have these little downfalls, because you will be upgrading and then you'll know people and then they will pop up. They popping up periodically because they see you doing your thing. They know that you're not coming around, and they know that you're not coming around. It's that mystery of what it is that you really doing. Could you actually be really doing this? And they come around because part of it is because they want the benefit. Part of it is because they want the benefit of what it is that you, Aquarius, been doing. And where a lot of you, Aquarius, kind of fall, right, or get like little stumbles, is because you will invite these people back and be like, oh, okay. Now you, Aquarius, are not inviting these people back, but you're allowing them to get to you in the sense that, well, why is this person back exactly? And what you, Aquarius, need to understand is you're going to get that sometimes. You're going to get times where especially if someone wanted to not listen to you. They went out of their way to not listen to you. And then you, Aquarius, do your thing. You fly, you fancy and all this stuff now. And then now they see you. They're going to immediately want to hang around you again. It's up to you, Aquarius, to understand, to not allow these people to get you in a position where now you, Aquarius, either accept them back, or you, Aquarius, get rattled by this, when now it's like, oh, what is it that you do now? Why is it that this person is coming back? You don't have to accept them in your life. And the answer to that question is, what do you do when they come back? You put them, you turn them around, and you essentially direct them right back to where it is that they came from. And you do that whether it's you communicating with them, you not communicating with them, whether it's you, Aquarius, deciding to stay quiet and not giving them anything at all, whether it is that you tell them, turn their butt around, get out of here. So I want you, Aquarius, to get this through y'all head, y'all. More money, more problems. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to over 100K. We're pushing 18,600. I'm not gonna produce videos tomorrow. I'm produce videos like Tuesday moving forward. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm a chill, of course. But what else? Come through and get the personal readings. I haven't had you, Aquarius, come through for a little while. Would like to see a little bit of you, Aquarius, come through, get some readings from me. The link to get the personal readings are in the comment section below. It's called the Linktree link.